Hi, my name is Cecilia. I'm a student at GCC in Professor Rodrigo Olivares BHS 150 class. I learned quite a few things in this class, but at least one that sticks out to me is active listening. Um, I um, I like to be someone who people can go to talk to, but I have not always been the best. Learning from this class, I have found out I've had some faults um, in showing active listening. I've listened, I've given advice when it wasn't asked for. After being in this class, I've realized that active listening is not just listening and giving advice because they not people might not always want it. They just want you to sit there and listen to their problem or what they're going through and just show them that you understand or that you're there to listen and so they can vent to or just be there. Um uh it is personally beneficial to me because I think now that I have developed this skill in really active listening and just sitting there and being able to listen to someone talk about what they're going through, it's allowed me to have empathy, show empathy to these people and to anybody, friends, family, um, other than just giving them advice because I realized you see their reactions on the other end, or when you're talking to them and you do give them advice. Sometimes you see them kind of pull away and maybe go on to another subject because they really didn't want that advice. They just wanted you to sit there and listen to what they were going through and just be there. Um, I believe that I have developed that skill in order to help me through the future and help those that need that listening ear, um, help them for just to be someone to vent to. Um, that's what I'm going to take with me as far as active listening from this class. Another skill that I believe I have developed is allowing myself to decipher the difference between someone's disorder or disability and their person. Someone's disorder or disability does not define them. Um, I realized through this class that someone's disorder or disability, they have symptoms, certain behaviors that make them act the way they do, but that is not that they're human. They're not defined by their disorder or disability. Um, they're uh, such as one of them that I have personally witnessed is anxiety disorder. I have a spouse that um, does have anxiety, have anxiety disorder, and I do get frustrated sometimes. But I know now how to differentiate the disorder from the person. That's not his personality. That's not him, but that is something that he has to go through. And I do get frustrated because sometimes I tend to match that anxiety because his gets so high, or I tend to get a little bit of it because his gets so high. At that point, I step back and tell myself, this is not, this is the disorder that's behaving. It's not him. At that point, I do, when it gets a little bit more frustrating, I do ask if he had taken his meds, and that's usually what helps. The treatment is what helps. Um, and he knows that as well. So I have dealt with that on a personal level, and I'm able to, um, not only with that, not but I am able to differentiate other disorders or disabilities um, with other people as well. Um, and also adding on to that, another thing I have I have learned is just to that understand that the disability is just something that holds people back. They just need a little bit extra help. I am personally going into wanting to go into developmental work with kids with developmental disabilities, and I I have always felt that specifically with kids with autism I've dealt with, or kids with ADHD, which I have a child with ADHD, that it's not them, it's not their personality. They just need a little bit of extra help. They need help to reach their full potential. I'm hoping to be able to take these skills with me in a career in behavioral health. I am looking to start in developmental disabilities with children, but I also know with the skills that I've developed in this class and other BHS classes, I I can possibly go into therapy, or maybe behavioral therapy, or just some type of counseling, because I have a better understanding and I'm able to differentiate the disabilities and disorders from the person, because they're all human. They just need a little bit of help to reach their full potential. So I have learned a great deal from this class, developed a great deal of skills. Um, Advice that I could give to other students is to stay organized, stay focused. If you're not sure that this is a career path for you, then decide that. If there's any um, possibility of no interest of this being a career path, do not go into it, because it would not be beneficial for you. And this field is to help people, and you need to be sure you're in this field to help people because you want to help those people. If you're not sure of it, you're not helping yourself, and you're not going to be helping the client. Um, Other than that, I don't think I have any other advice. And that's everything that I can tell you right now that I have learned in BHS 150.